I am the original formulator of Shakeology back in 2000. I finished in 2008. Well, it's a nutrient dense meal replacement food that has all the essential vitamins and minerals that someone would need, kind of a missing link to their nutritional eating plan. Yeah, well, I was frustrated being in the nutrition world and seeing kind of supplements on the market, and I saw that not only foods but also supplements were not done as correctly and as well as they should have. So I developed an insatiable curiosity about what medicinal plants were and superfoods. And so, for me, if I wanted to know about them, work with them, formulate with them, then I needed to show up in the countries and learn from the people that grew them and how to grow them and how to use them. And that's what started the traveling and started informing me about some of the greatest nutrient dense foods in the world. And that's when once you know them, you know what they can do. I wanted to get them out to as many people as possible, and that's really what started the formulation. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. It's a long version, and consider each plant has its own methodologies, and you start from how it's grown, where it's grown, the sustainability, the cleanliness of it, and you start with how that is. So it initiates the bioactive compounds that you're looking for, and then how to preserve them. So from the field to the manufacturing, you start to understand what the best way to preserve them. In a long story, of course, each ingredient is different. You learn how to dehydrate them in a way that doesn't get rid of the essential nutrients, those antioxidants, phytonutrients, and so that you have these active constituents that are in the food, and so that they can actually deliver that nutritional density that you were hoping for. So essentially, it's a long way of uh, getting things down, preserving them, dehydrating them in a way that is keeping that bioactive action, so that the plants can be the medicines that they're intended to be. Yeah, I have a degree in exercise phys and nutrition. I was hurt playing college football, and which then threw me into like, oh, the bell went off. It's like I can actually study this stuff. And so it really was this catalyst at undergraduate. And then once I knew enough, I I learned mostly on the trail and working with researchers and scientists and indigenous people for sure. Yeah, so it is a supplement. The FDA has bylaws and regulations to abide by. Unfortunately, in this world of supplements, it's very unregulated until something bad happens. The great thing about what Shakeology has and Beachbody is we have our own quality assurance teams that travel around the world to see it ourselves, to test every ingredient, to make sure that it's safe by our standards. And then we have a very robust research and development team. So we don't just say a piece of paper from a manufacturer is okay just because it says it doesn't have certain things, and we do it ourselves, and we spend a huge amount of time and resources in order for that bag to have what it's supposed to have in it, and it's safe. Absolutely. Yep. Exactly. Yeah. Well, I started Formulate in 2006. It first launched in 2008. And it's gained momentum every year exponentially. And I think my personal opinion is that we're kind of the first couple generations that are overweight and undernourished as a society. And we're also getting hit with so much stress, from the normal psychological stress to the job stress, but also all of this other kind of stress, this invisible stress of technology and things in our home and aerosols and everything else. At the same time, all that's going on, we're living in this nutrient deprived food world. So I think there's a need for a delivery system like Shakeology that provides this nutrient dense foods or superfoods and herbal plants that really are there kind of as a missing link to where we are in our society right now. So I think it's something that fits into our daily life of being convenient, but it's delivering on that those essential nutrients that we still need on a body level, on a cellular level. Yeah, I mean, everyone's different, but oftentimes we say with kids that maybe just try, half a dose and see how the kids do. And often if kids haven't eaten too much processed foods, they're very intuitive, and they'll kind of lean towards it. And but just try it out. Have them take a couple sips and see how they do, and they'll probably tell you instinctually if they continue want to drink it. Yeah. Well, that was the company's direction, but personally, I always said, because I was approached by multi-level marketing companies before, and I never took the opportunity, but I always said to myself, listen, if you make an exceptional product and it stands on its own and delivers what it needs to deliver from a quality standpoint, that it only makes sense that people would want to share it, because it literally is that. It's not a marketing idea and that you're passing on necessarily. It's real and it's effective. And I think that is where that independent business owner really does make sense, because often the most successful people in Beachbody that are using Shakeology is because they've actually had real results, and you can't argue with that. So you have these people who have these transformative experiences, and then there was this opportunity to actually sell it and share it. Then it was a no-brainer for them. So I think that catches the fire, and it's no longer about, needing to market. It's just sharing a real story, and I think that's what resonates for people. Yeah, well, that's a great question. I mean, listen, I always advocate for people to eat really healthy, because the healthier they are and the better choices they make, and making their own smoothies with whole vegetables, fantastic. That's in addition to what Shakeology provides, is this quality, nutrient dense, wide spectrum of 50 plus superfoods from around the world that have been used for thousands of years, aiding people, providing health benefits for those people. And it's only, again, adding to the necessary missing link that we all require. Our bodies are going through so much stress that we need the chance to recover and repair. So have your vegetables, have your other smoothies, but also add all this other stuff in, like what's in Shakeology. We have some of the greatest stress reducers of adaptogens in that product, and so many other things that it's only going to help that body repair and live more optimally. Yeah, well, the thing I always like to say is we didn't create a shake that stimulates you, that overrides certain systems. It's not like a cup of coffee. Health is gained through small choices added up over time. So when you start drinking this shake and you do it consistently, just like if you sleep consistently, just like all of those habits, start to feel better. Your body starts to um, the body is designed to give and have energy, but when it's not, it usually was chronic things that took you off. So yes, people do, when a body is healthy, guess what, it doesn't want to hold on to weight, so it lets that go. It's actually an ancillary aspect that your body would lose weight on Shakeology, but it absolutely something that happens. People, aches and pains start to go away. They do have more energy and they just feel better. And then when they feel better, they actually want more out of life and then may even reach for more healthy things in their regular eating habits. So there's a variety of different things that can happen, but it's not a miracle thing. It's a system that's there if you drink it every day that you reap the benefits over time for sure.